Hello and welcome. This is Mr. E, and today's lesson is about numerical expressions, evaluating or simplifying numerical expressions using order of operations. Should be a review where we have the order in which we complete our operations when we evaluate expressions. Let's get started. So the order of operations are a set of rules that everyone follows when solving problems involving more than one mathematical operation. And by mathematical operation, we mean addition, subtraction, multiplication, division in this case. You probably remember the rules as PEMDAS, or parentheses, exponents, multiplication, division, addition, and subtraction. And maybe even remember, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally, but we're going to move on past that, right? But here are the order of operations. We're supposed to calculate parentheses first, and also brackets. I believe I have a few examples with brackets in it. So we have parentheses, and then we have brackets. So anything inside of parentheses or bracket. We evaluate the exponent after parentheses. After we're done with those two, if they exist, we do our multiplication or division, whichever comes first from left to right. And then we're done with all four of those. If we have any addition or subtraction left over, we do whichever one we see first when we read from left to right. All right. Now, that last point, or those last 2 points about left to right apply to multiplication addition. So I don't write my rule or my PEMDAS like this because most students believe that multiplication always comes before addition and addition always comes before subtraction. That's not true. Multiplication or division, whichever comes first when you read from left to right, and addition and subtraction, whichever comes first when you read from left to right. So let's do a few problems. So we're going to use order of operations to simplify the numerical expressions. So we have 5 times 3 plus 3 to the power of 2. I rewrote it. According to order of operations, we need to do our exponents first. So it'll be 5 times 3 plus 9. Now we have multiplication and addition left. So we do multiplication before we do addition. So we'll multiply 5 times 3, get 15. Then we add. Our answer is 24. The next expression, 5 times the sum of 3 plus 3 squared. So we have a parentheses or bracket. So we have to do what's inside there first. And what's inside the parentheses is addition and exponent. We do our exponent before we do our addition. So it'll be 5 times the sum of 3 and 3 squared. So you have to square the 3. Now we're still not done, so we can't multiply by 5. So we just add the 3 and the 9. We get 12, and then multiply by 5. We get 60. Okay? Order of operations, 5 times 3 plus 3, that whole quantity raised to the power of 0. Now, I didn't know that anything raised to the power of 0, well, we did do this before in the previous example, anything raised to the power of 0 is 1. So it doesn't really matter what's inside here, because I can do all this inside here if I want to, but my answer will end up being 1. So don't forget that rule. Anything raised to the power of 0 is equal to 1. All right, the next one should be a little more interesting. We have 16 divided by 2 to the power of 3 times 2. That quantity is raised to the third power. So we have to do everything inside our parentheses first. And when we're done, we raise it to the power of 3. So we have about 45 seconds. We should be able to finish this one. So inside our parentheses, we have division, exponents, and multiplication. So we'll do our division first. At least I hope I did. Yes, I did. 2 to the power of 3 is 8. Now that I've done my exponents, I'm going to do my division. Why? Because whichever one I see first from left to right, I see division first when I read from left to right. So I'll do my division before multiplication. 16 divided by 8 is 2. So I have 2 times 2, supposed to be times. And then 2 times 2 is 4. 4 to the power of 3 is 64. All right, is an example of multiplication does not come before division. It depends on whichever one you see first from left to right. So we'll continue this in the next video.